Welcome to Moon Harbor Heroes. Today's issue is Faces Issue 2, Rise of the Smiling Phoenix. On the cover, the team stands in a circle in the middle, back to back to back to back. Everyone's tense and ready for a fight. The shadow of the Phoenix looms over them all. We turn the page and our story begins. They, upon seeing you, turn, look you in the eyes and say, "Oh, do you still have it?" What do you do?
First, I'm going to apply gravity in a way where the wall behind him is pulling on him.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, I'm also going to scan him to assess what he is, to see if I can take whatever that is and use it against him.
Okay, so on the pooling, are you trying to hurt them, or are you trying to
I'm trying to get them away from Outlet.
Okay, cool.
Because I don't want to go near him. Because I don't know if the ring is going to, coin is going to affect areas outside that compressed space or not.
Okay.
Because that's still a anomaly. So I don't want to put her in danger, but at the same time, I want to... And I also don't want to have him put myself in danger of him trying to take it from me.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like you're defending. We're going to roll that in a second, but we need to do a special move first. When you enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. And now, who are you all considering the leader in this instance? Leader does not need to mean the leader of the team. It's kind of who is the leader of this particular operation.
It would be either Faye or Kaido, because I'm clearly a loose cannon.
I'm kind of looking to Felix, because whenever he goes into the suit, he seems like someone I can trust.
Oh.
I don't know. It's a toss-up between Felix and Faye. I'm going to go with Faye because she seems to know what she's doing, and Ryder just ran into the building kind of happy.
Ryder, Faye, who do you think is the leader in this situation?
I would say Faye. I tried to take control, but as part of my, I'm still not really too sure about.
I don't know. People listen to you though.
They do, but I still I consider whenever I look up to Faye as okay, how is she handling the situation? And then I look to, and then I kind of go based on that, at least for the moment.
Okay,
I think I'm in charge.
Okay. If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team. I think that's a no.
Hold on, who do I have influence over? Not everyone.
Well, I was going to say, you don't have influence over Violet. No one does. So
yeah. And if everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. Faye, what is your purpose? What is your goal?
Protect Outlet.
Okay. Does anyone else have a different goal?
I actually was going to say that Felix's goal was to get out as many people safely as possible.
Reduce the number of victims.
Yeah, reduce the number of victims, I guess.
Okay. So it sounds like you don't quite have the same purpose, because I guess it comes down to, Faye, would you be willing to sacrifice the other random people if it meant saving out?
Yeah, I just lost one friend recently, and I can't lose another one.
Okay. So, does any team member mistrust the leader or the team?
No, I'm good.
No, I wouldn't say so.
I'm super trusting of all of you guys.
Faye?
I'm just...
Okay, and if your team is ill... So if that was true, we would remove a team. If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance, remove a team. I'm going to say no. You guys have had time to assess the situation. You're not running into this completely blind. You knew there was danger here, even if you didn't know what it was. Okay, cool. Right. So now that that's figured out, Violet, we're jumping back to you.
Gotcha.
It sounds like you are defending Outlet, so go ahead and roll plus Savior.
Right. So this might be bad. Ended up good. Look at that.
Okay.
That's a good roll, yeah. That's awesome. For the record, that was a 10?
On a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. So this fire creature thing goes slamming against the wall, and you can choose to add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protected, or clear a condition.
I don't have any conditions to clear, so I'll just add to the team pool.
All right, cool.
I'm surprised I got anything on that. I got a -1 for Savior.
And as this thing slams against the wall, Ryder opens up the door and comes into the other side of the room, seeing this situation. Ryder, what are you doing?
Am I closer to where the fire dude hit the wall, or am I on the other side?
I think it is like coming from the outside of the building to the inside, like from the window wall to where you are. It is Violet, Outlet, the fire thing, and then you.
Okay, so the fire thing's between me and Outlet.
Yes.
Okay.
Currently pinned to a wall, but it is very much struggling against this, and the fire is starting to blaze brighter and brighter as it struggles.
Okay, what I want to do then, can I like quickly like assess the situation and go, okay, what would then kind of figure out what would be my best?
Absolutely, roll plus superior. On a 10 plus, ask 2.
I want to ask is how could we best end this quickly?
The best way to end this quickly would be, this is a creature made of fire. You've only seen evidence that it's used fire as a it's only used fire as a tool. Water. You have this this jet of water coming in that Faye is currently blasting. It's not hitting this fire creature, but putting out that fire or suppressing that fire would severely reduce the effect of this thing.
All right. And I want to ask this. Can I like specify a question? Can I make a question more specific?
Sometimes. What are you asking?
Okay, so I was going to ask what here's the biggest threat, but I wanted it kind of specifically, is it the bad guy, or as I'm also thinking we've got a large amount of water entering the third floor of the building, and that could cause major structural problems. What is the bigger threat, the building collapsing or the fire dude at the moment?
Okay, so the fire dude is the biggest threat, but also in relation to the building. Okay. The water that is pouring in is keeping the building from going up, but it seems that its attacks have a lot of collateral damage. If you let the blaze run out of control, it could easily spread from this building.
Okay. So what I want to do at this point is I want to kind of knowing that my divine armor does have a kind of invincibility. I mean, and it's not perfectly.
Yeah, you're tough as hell.
Yeah, I want to literally tackle this fire creature and see if I could push him into the stream of water.
Ah, cool. Roll to directly engage a threat.
What is
so, like, we get this panel of... So we've got Violet. What does it look like when you activate your powers that you have stored, Violet?
Well, it really depends on...
What did it look like this time? What's that panel look like?
Well, you can see from my hand I've got this kind of bluish, purplish aura. Sort of like this dark purple aura around my hand with the bluish outline. And you can see that I'm almost like pasting this matter to the wall behind him as if I'm directing it. Okay. And then that's kind of just pulling him towards it.
Okay, cool. So we've got the fire thing pushed against the wall, starting to flare up bigger and bigger. And then we've got Ryder, throws open the door. We get this like close up of the mask. Can we see your eyes through the mask at all?
You cannot, but the mask's eyes do glow like a red.
Oh, okay. Maybe we get
has bug eyes underneath the actual.
Maybe we get like the inside the mask shoot and see your eyes dart back and forth, and then you just run straight and try to tackle this thing. Go ahead and directly engage a threat. It's plus danger.
Awesome. And this is kind of this is using the combination of the divine armor and the mythic might of the suit to gain that. All right, so this is plus danger, which is a 0. Let's see if my rolling gets any better. That was not a way to do that.
We get the panel with Ryder just running as fast as he can, diving to tackle this thing. And then our next panel is outside the window. And we see like a overhead shot with Faye directing this water still. Carl's just kind of cleared out the area and is starting to form back up at the base. and then Ryder gets thrown from the window in this huge burst of flame and lands on the street. Go ahead and roll to take
Can
a
I catch
powerful
him?
blow.
Okay,
Sorry?
so I'm taking a powerful blow.
So
Catch him before he falls.
yeah, roll to defend. So when you do that, I assume you're going to lose control of the water. It's going to start going straight up.
Yes.
I was gonna try to catch him too. I don't know if that matters.
Do I still roll for taking a powerful blow because of the hit?
Not yet. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead and roll to take the powerful blow first, just from the blast of fire you got hit with.
Okay.
So we'll do that, and then either Faye or Carl is trying to catch. You guys can figure out who.
What the hell happened to me?
So, yeah, powerful blow is plus conditions. So this is
And
the
that-
one move you want to roll low on. That's great. Yeah, who is trying to catch him?
So out of character, Faye, I think it's best if I go for it. But do you think your character would go for Felix anyway and try to grab him?
I think that you
Okay.
would probably be more aware of it because I'm focused on the fire and you've got the hyper awareness thing going on. So you probably would grab first.
Okay, so I'm gonna form like
Well, I rolled a 4, so I actually can take the blow, even
You
though
didn't-
I.
You didn't take damage, but I'm still want them to try and catch you here.
Okay, so I still flew out the window. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of more the, did you get hurt by this big old blast of fire hitting you? You're still
Awesome.
flying out the window.
Woohoo!
Okay,
I'm
so
go-
go ahead.
I'm going to form like almost like a baseball glove kind of shape. And
Oh, I love it.
Try to catch him.
Awesome. Okay, roll plus savior to defend.
So I rolled a 4. I guess I don't know what a baseball glove looks like.
You form into this baseball glove, and the rider lands perfectly in the center of it. I mean, it's a perfect catch, except he keeps going straight through you. And slams into the ground hard enough to kind of get embedded in the sidewalk a bit. You're gonna be able to you'll easily be able to pull yourself out. But first off, good news, Carl. Mark potential, and then I want you to go ahead and roll to take a powerful blow as well. That is plus conditions. Should be 0 at this point.
Oh my god!
It's a 9.
All right, on a 7 to 9, choose one. You either have to lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a
I'm
condition on
gonna
someone.
add one to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a team. I saw him coming in. I slowed him down enough to not hurt him.
Okay. Actually, so take a
Would that
powerful
help?
blow. The lower you roll, the better.
Oh, I lied. Never mind. I don't do anything. No,
I mean,
I don't
if you would
anything.
like to push that to a plus 10, by the rules, you can.
I'm good. I lied.
Okay. So, okay. You either lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition, or you give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. Your choice.
So I'm thinking I could, with the way my character is set up, I could tank conditions a little bit because I've got the regeneration, and that might be interesting. So
You want to just take the 2 conditions?
I'm gonna take the 2 conditions. Yeah.
Okay. What are you marking?
I'm gonna mark guilty and insecure.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's completely appropriate.
Yeah, because because I failed to be useful.
Faye, this has all happened around you. You're still holding this water stream. What are you doing?
I'm gonna fly into the 3rd floor, land on the 3rd floor there. Having
Okay.
seen the creature made entirely of fire who just blew my friend out the window, I'm going to take all of the water that's currently standing, as well as the water behind me, make it into essentially a cannon and fire it directly at the creature.
Cool. It sounds like you were directly engaged in a threat. Go ahead and roll plus danger.
That sounds fine.
On a 9, on a 7 to 9, pick 1. Okay, so on a hit, trade blows. On a 7 to 9, pick 1.
I'm gonna create an opportunity for my allies because Violet's right there. So
Okay.
I'll take the hit from the fire, but I'm gonna knock it stunned enough to give Violet the opportunity to get in there.
Cool. So we get this this panel with Faye landing and then just gathering up this water into it like a big blast with the telekinesis. Is there When the artist draws you using your telekinesis, what do they do on page to signify that that's what it is? Like, this doesn't necessarily mean this is what people in the world are seeing, but like, how does the reader see that it's your telekinesis doing?
It looks like electromagnetic waves. For something this large, it'd be like just around my hands. You wouldn't see that like you wrap around the water. It would just like be like coming out of my hands. If it was something like pushing someone back, shoving someone back, you'd see it like pressing on their chest and like shoving them backwards that way.
Okay, cool. So
they're like slightly pink. They're like almost clear, but just a hint of pink there.
I like it.
Like
So
a
we get
neon pink. Gotcha.
We get this blast of water that hits the creature, and it kind of stumbles back and then just turns and stares at you. And then it erupts into a massive flame with these two huge wings of flame and just shoots these blasts right at you. Its attention is entirely focused on you. So go ahead and take a powerful blow. And while you're doing that, Violet, get ready because you have an opportunity to jump in.
Okay. So I'm gonna mad dash in and grab
Hold on one sec.
Okay.
On a 10 plus, you must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. Or
control my powers.
control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way.
That's absolutely what I'm doing.
Okay.
It hits me, and I immediately freak out. Violet doesn't know the dark side of me, so Violet doesn't see it. And no one who knows is around, but I go full demon and launch. My face elongates and my teeth sharpen, and I just bite this thing in half.
We're gonna stop with it. We get this panel with you laying on the ground, and we see your features start to shift, like as the readers. But we're gonna get to what that gets to in a second. We're gonna jump over to Violet real quick.
So now that the beast is, I'm just gonna refer to him as a beast, is now preoccupied with Faye. I'm gonna run in and grab, Outlet, and kind of hoist her up and pull her out of the building, and bring her to Ryder and them.
Absolutely. So you easily do that. It's this thing's attention is entirely off of you. We, as readers on the panels, see you grab Outlet and pull her out, but we do note that your back is turned to Faye the entire time, and in each panel showing you getting Outlet out of there and this fire thing approaching Faye on the ground, we see Faye becoming more and more demonic. Faye, go ahead and describe what the demon looks like when you're fully, like, what is the reader seeing when you get fully shifted to this form?
Imagine it's very feline in shape. It's a four-legged, elongated face, very wide opening jaws, almost alligator-like, but not quite. It's just got that the same kind of shape. Pink eyes with black pupils, spines running down its back, really, really sharp claws, flared nostrils, and wings that basically are just spines that come out and bend over, and then what looks like shards of glass just hanging from them.
Excellent.
You are you when you're hungry.
We see Faye starting to pull herself to her feet, and this, I'm just going to say its name because I'm tired of calling it the fire creature. It's the Smiling Phoenix. We see these fiery wings just getting bigger and bigger, and we get this nice shot with these huge wings, and then just these like fire. As I was saying, the fire formed into eyes, and this like void in the fire forming this gaping smile in the middle of the chest, and fire shoots out from all directions. Like, it explodes fire everywhere. The entire room is now burning. Faye, what do you do?
Because I am not me, the demon catches all of that fire telepathically and shoves it right back. Actually, catches the fire telepathically and just keeps sending it so it doesn't stick to anything.
I think there is a moment where it's illustrated as you, like, squinting your eyes and like, doing that face for telekinesis, and we see the little bits of it show up and then just fall away. You do not currently have access to your telekinesis. You are full on beast mode.
The beast is gonna launch and it's gonna bite in and rip the thing in half if it can.
Cool. Go ahead and directly engage a threat.
That's a 9.
Okay. Pick one.
I'm gonna resist or avoid their blows.
Okay. Cool.
Demon is super fucking agile, and as it blasts fire, the demon has.
You are not going to take a condition for this, but we get these couple panels where you're just ripping into this fiery beast, and we get a nice panel with your claws drawn back for another swing, and we see like just blood running down your hands. We also see like burnt flesh. So you are burnt, you are hurt from this, but you are not mechanically conditioned. Back out on the street, we got the three of you hanging out there. Ryder, you pulled yourself to your feet.
Yeah, I was going to say Ryder pulled himself to his feet. Would his Mystic Might give him the ability to jump the distance up to the third floor?
Would it?
I would think so. I would think he would have that ability to jump that far.
Then, yeah.
So he jumped.
Game and Ryder are very jumpy.
Right? So I would jump up to the third floor, and I guess now I'm seeing all of this happen in front of me. Can I, like, as I'm making the leap into the thing, as I'm landing, I want to attempt to send like a beam out of my sword towards where I because as I jump up, I see the creature, and I slam my sword on the ground, kind of send like a blade beam out of the blade towards the creature in an attempt to help Faye.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you trying to? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to hurt the creature, or are you trying to get it off of, or get it away from Faye?
I'm trying.
Looking at the situation, Faye does not seem to be. Faye seems to be holding her own.
Okay.
Also, Felix, you can fully see the demon, and I think it's probably the first time you've ever seen the demon in its entirety.
See, now I'm trying to figure out, my wheels are turning in my head, and I'm trying to go, okay, is this something I need to worry? Do I need to worry more about the creature or her at this point?
While you think about that, I'm going to jump over to Carl. Carl, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm kind of thinking that when Faye turns into the demon, that sets off.
I think at this point you're still down in the street.
Yeah, I'm on the curb, and she's somewhere in the third floor in the building, right?
Yeah, and you just seen Violet land on the sidewalk outside, holding an unconscious.
Yeah, I'm with you. So when Faye turns into a demon, it sort of triggers the same extreme sense of unease about the whole situation, and then there's also like all of the fire jetting out of the building at this point. So I'm gonna assume that I'm not capable of dealing with this situation because I'm already feeling insecure about the whole thing. So I'm gonna mark afraid as a condition and do a mind of their own, where I gain a new power and new abilities that are specifically suited to the situation.
Okay, what ability are you gaining?
So there's this big heroic moment where suddenly I start glowing, and rapidly pulsating, and I start spraying like a sticky liquid all over the place. Like it's slightly viscous. Like,
are you going up into the building to do this?
I'm just describing where Carl figures out that he's able to do this.
Okay, so, cool.
There's like a little, and then I'm gonna, I'm gonna bolt straight up to where all the action is happening. So higher up probably, and start spraying the flames. I'm not gonna get
awesome.
Can I interrupt real quick? I had figured out what I was doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, I guess the panel right before you see him do his transformation or his change, you saw my jump and it cuts to that. And the next panel you see, now I'm saying this in an assumption that I have seen Faye's demon form before, right?
I think you've seen parts of it, like a limb or maybe even like the jaw, but probably never the full demon form. I'm not actually positive if Faye has ever gone full demon form.
Would I be?
I have
like,
once.
Does she? Am I aware that she doesn't have control of this form, or does she have control?
You're
I know
I'm
the
sure.
not
demon's doing-
sure who has control. I think it's kind of a we both are in control, two drivers in the driver's seat.
Okay, because I was thinking like this is like a Hulk style transformation where if it's almost as big of a threat as the bad thing, because I don't know if you have control.
It's
I think
Hulk
it's-
in
What's that?
I think it's currently it's very similar to the meta dynamic here, where Faye is deciding what to do, and I, both the GM and the demon, and am telling them when they can't do those things.
So what I want to do is, based on the assumption that she has no control, okay, I'm actually assessing it as a threat as well.
Okay.
Which I believe would be valid.
what?
I'm actually going to do my blade beam sideways in an attempt to hit both of the creature and her in an attempt to knock her out of the form and try to incapacitate the creature.
Absolutely. So, first off, your beam's going to hit the creature. It's not focusing on you. You don't need to roll for that. But I do want you to directly engage a threat on Faye.
Could I instead use my legacy move, Fight the Good Fight? Because I am kind of trying to pull my punch against her.
What is that one?
It's Fight the Good Fight. It says when you pull your punches while directly engaging a threat, you can roll plus savior instead of plus danger. If you do, you cannot choose to impress, surprise, or frighten your foe.
Yes.
Because I'm not trying to kill her. I'm trying to just...
Yes, if you are also pulling your punches against the Smiling Phoenix. I think with one swing, you can't kind of go for a devastation on one person and not on the other.
Right. I think that I would be pulling on both. I'm trying to incapacitate and not kill, because I don't know what the creature is, and I honestly would... If it's not a bad creature and just out of control, maybe I can reform. Anyway, let's roll that.
Okay. On a 7 to 9. Pick one.
Hey, can I give them an extra on that one? I'm there already fighting, and
How do you do so?
oh, it's hitting me too. I'm gonna.
I mean, kind of makes it easier for you to give them to.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna manipulate it so it hits the fire thing more than it hits me. So I'm gonna kind of rotate my body to put the fire thing more in between me and the blade.
Well, this roll is actually against you directly. The fire creature is getting hit. That one isn't going to need a roll. So do you still want to push this to a 10 plus against you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So spending a team, I think that brings us down to 2 team. And on a 10 plus, pick 2.
I want to take something from them.
Oh, what are you taking from them?
As far as I guess because I've got to do this for both of them at the same time.
No, don't worry about the fire dude. I've got that taken care of.
I want to try to knock her out of her demon form, and I also want to create an opportunity for my allies.
So you are not resisting or avoiding their blows?
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm not resisting or avoiding the blows.
Okay, I'm gonna telekinetically just throw him backwards. I don't have telekinesis. I'm the demon. Oh, do I?
You know what? The shock of being knocked out of this, you are now in control of your mind. You absolutely have your telekinesis back, and that is absolutely what happens. So this big what does your sword beam look like?
It's like a as I swing the blade glows a bright gold, and a golden wave flies out of it.
Okay, so this hits Smiling Phoenix. Smiling Phoenix goes flying back into a wall. The wall starts burning, but they're kind of slumped down against the wall for a moment. Faye, gets hit. I'm gonna have you roll to take a powerful blow in a moment. And using telekinesis throws the rider against the far wall. So, Faye, go ahead and start with the take a powerful blow. You are now back in control of yourself, unless this goes terribly, terribly wrong.
Sounds good. That's a 10.
You are just rocking those out.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll pick. I know which one I'll pick.
Great.
So, Faye, what are your choices?
My choices are: you must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or choose 2 options from the 7 to 9 list. Before I take this powerful blow, it opened up an opportunity for me, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Well, create an opportunity for the allies. I doubt that's going to go to you.
I was thinking that as I get blown back, I throw him back, but I also throw back, like, telekinesis, just to rip apart that last little bit of the Smiling Phoenix. And that's
let's deal with the take a
unleashing
powerful
the rest
blow
of my powers.
first here.
I was thinking about combining the two, of losing control of myself and my powers in a terrible way, is that, like, I'm ripping this thing in half telekinetically.
Oh, the second time you take that in a fight, I'm just going to take over.
Hey, I'm gonna pass out.
It's going to be real terrible the second time.
Hey,
You're going to pass out?
I got knocked backwards. The demon form left me. As Felix is flying back away from me, we make direct eye contact, and then I slump to the ground. I'm human form, slump to the ground, and I'm unconscious.
Okay. So the scene as it is when Carl flies up and land or into the window is seeing the last bit of this Kaido unleashing this attack, them both being flung back, and Faye appears to be knocked out, laying there, and there's fire everywhere. You wanted to try and put that out with your special blood juice?
I'm gonna focus solely on like fire, but not fire from the monster.
Okay.
Like more of like the whole place is on fire at this point, I guess. Because
there's a lot of fire.
There's a lot of fire. I'm gonna focus on containing the environment, not the enemy.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and unleash your powers. Roll plus 3. Okay, so a 6 is a miss, unless the rider or even Violet at this point. Violet, you've had time to settle Outlet down on the ground. If anyone wants to help to push this up to a 7?
Yeah, sure.
So you pop in. What are you doing to help? You see Carl starts spraying these fires down.
Yeah, I'll use the gravity powers to evenly spread it out throughout the room. It's going to get all over Faye and Felix, too.
So that brings it up to a 7. So on a 7, on a hit, you do it. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Unstable, please.
Oh, okay, sorry. Your choice is mark a condition, or I will tell you how it is either unstable or temporary.
Yeah, you can choose.
Okay. So the goo is is killing the fire out, but it is very quickly starting to kind of boil off. It will put out the fire that is there, and that is dying down, but it isn't going to protect the room from more fire, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha.
Cool. So, Violet, what are you doing now?
I want to use my ability out of this world to help me with this situation. What it does is when you plug into the cosmic aether and tune out the world, you roll plus freak, and on hit, you come to a new interesting insight on your current problems and situations. The GM will tell you what on a 10 plus, and you can also shift your own labels according to match your new understanding. On a miss, you realize something dangerous or terrible. The GM will tell you what and shift your labels accordingly.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll plus freak.
I got a 13.
All right. So you look across the room and you look at the Smiling Phoenix, and a memory kind of tingles in the back of your mind. You remember seeing a creature very similar to this before. Its colors were different, but it was similar in almost every other way. And you remember that it was all focused around an amulet that someone wore.
Ew.
So, If you would like to shift your labels, go ahead.
I'm gonna 1-up on my savior and 1 down on my freak.
Okay. Cool. And are you passing this information along to anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass it over to Carl, who's more directly in the situation and can better communicate it to the other two.
Oh yeah, Carl and
other
Felix are both still here in the room. Ryder, you're pulling yourself to your feet. Like, what are you saying?
I'm saying that this guy is that I recognize this guy, and he's bad news, and we need to get the hell out because he's got this kind of obsession, and wherever he goes, he's going to cause a bunch of chaos. And it's like, and he kind of recognized me in a way where he seems to know that I have something of his. So we need to bail, or this is going to kind of keep on escalating out of control. I don't think we can handle this situation right now.
So as you're saying this, we get a couple panels of the Smiling Phoenix like pulling itself to its feet and starting to spread its wings back out. And it turns and looks at you all and just goes, "Give it to me." Ryder, what do you do?
I want dinner first.
Well, let's say I'm standing up after what happened with Faye. And I'm going to kind of look, because so Zwei said that to Carl, and then Carl was giving
You're in the room. You definitely heard that.
Okay. I want to look at Carl and Zwei, and I'm going to look at Carl and Violet, and I'm going to be like, get Faye out of here. I'll keep him here for the time being. We need everyone out. If we can hold him here for just a little bit of time and get everyone clear, then I'll get out of here.
Oh, it sounds like you're provoking someone.
I guess I am. I am trying to provoke Violet.
A suggestion or a command?
I am trying to give a command because the way I'm looking at it is I'm trying to take control of the situation and trying to keep everyone from getting hurt.
Cool. Roll
and there's still,
superior.
and I'm also thinking about the fact that there's still people downstairs that are in direct line of this problem. So yeah, okay. Roll superior.
So you got a 4 on the die, 2 2s. That brings you down to a -2. So yeah,
that didn't work.
As you turn and you go into the commanding voice, we get this really intense panel, and then a blast of flame hits you in the back of the head, knocking you to the ground. You're not going to take a powerful blow, but you just drop. Carl, what do you do?
Okay, so can I see right now who's got the box with the amulet?
With the coin?
Me.
So so Violet's got the coin right now?
Yes, yeah.
And I can see it.
And no, it is in her backpack. And the Phoenix is quickly advancing upon the two of them.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to grab the box from the backpack.
Yeah, you can't. It's in a compressed space.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, so I would know that, so I wouldn't try that. I'll just yell at Violet, throw me the box.
Everyone's yelling at me today.
Yeah.
You're a fun person to yell at.
Violet, what are you doing?
Well, doesn't he have to roll?
Oh, are you trying to provoke this, or are you just?
Yeah. This is like very forceful. I'm yelling at Violet to throw me the box.
Cool. It is plus superior and -2 because you're guilty. 5.
Okay, so the die is 5, so it's -1 because I got superior 1 and then guilty -2. So that's a 4.
2.
So you say this, and the Smiling Phoenix turns, looks at you, and then the smile just widens, and it turns to look at Violet, now knowing exactly what it's who's holding what it's looking for. And it rushes forward towards Violet. What do you do, Violet?
I'm going to use my gravity to push him back, and then I'm going to fly the fuck on out.
Okay, it sounds like you're defending yourself, so go ahead and roll to defend. Yeah, on a 10 plus, you get to pick one from the list, as well as, you did it. It goes flying back, pinned against the wall, and you just jump out and fly out of the building. But you can add a team to... I think the only thing applicable is either clear a condition or add a team to the pool.
I have to do team to the pool because I have no conditions.
Okay. Ryder, what are you doing? This thing is quickly getting back up to its feet. Kind of as soon as Violet is out of its sight line, the gravity is gone.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Can I... Okay, what I want to do is, because I realize this thing is going to be chasing Violet, I kind of got that. I'm actually going to go run over to Faye and grab, throw her over my shoulder and take a leap out of the building. And kind of suggest while I'm doing that to Carl to also, to follow us and also, get out of the building.
Okay. Carl, what are you doing?
What is the monster doing right now?
It is heading towards the window. It's very clear by looking at it. It's going to be following Violet.
I'm gonna try one attempt before I follow Ryder. I'm gonna try one attempt to immobilize the monster with my goo.
Your new goo?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It sounds like it's directly engaged. Go ahead and roll that. Plus danger. You got a 7 on the die. So bring you to a 6.
6, yeah.
Violet, are you booking the hell out or are you turning to help?
I'm booking the hell out because it's very clear that this guy's coming after me no matter what. If I turn back to help, I'm going to cause more problems.
I'm trying to slow it down. You coming back wouldn't be very useful.
Cool. So you swarm towards it and start spraying this goo. And for a moment, it kind of recoils back and then just erupts flames. Go ahead and take a powerful blow.
Jesus. What's the number of conditions? So that's 3. Yeesh.
You got a 3 on the die, which is good. So you actually just weather that. So it's
make sure to mark potential there.
Yeah, I'm getting mark potential on that. So on a miss, you stand strong. Mark potential is normal and say how you weather the blow.
So because I'm spraying right now, the the fire is mostly caught in the spray.
We're gonna be ending here with you.
But it's still got enough oomph behind it that I'm falling on my ass, but it's more like I'm an amorphous blob, so it's more like I fall on my ass and I splatter up over the floor and form back up again.
Violet, where are you running to? Where's your goal?
I'm headed towards the bay. I'm gonna ditch it into the water because I figure that this guy is not gonna have an easy time getting to it. So my original goal, I'm gonna end up doing anyway.
Okay.
So it's so funny that nobody saw that coming.
Full circle.
I knew from the start when Dwight said it's going to end up in the beta. It was going to end up in the beta.
It's not my fault. I didn't predict a fire creature. A fire creature just appeared.
What we're going to do is have you roll 1 unleash your powers on this. I assume you're flying there.
Yeah.
It's as fast as you fucking can.
Oh yeah, I'm booking it.
Go ahead. Unleash your powers. Roll with Freak.
7.
Okay. Either mark a condition or I'll tell you how it's unstable or temporary.
Mark a condition. We need this one.
Mark it.
Yeah, I'm going to mark a condition and it is going to be angry.
Okay. So we get these several panels of you just flying towards the bay, and then behind you a fair bit, but catching up over the course of the panels is this creature. As you get right within range of the bay, you pull out this box and just throw it. And the creature flies past you, singeing you as it goes, and dives straight into the water after it. There is a huge burst of steam pouring forth, and the bay just starts to bubble for a while. And then everything goes really quiet. Hey, you woke up. You're starting to come to outside the building there. And we're going to go ahead and end it there. Moon Harbor Heroes is produced by Anthony Sheets and TP Huth, and edited by Anthony Sheets. Anthony can be found on Twitter at Icy New Year, or at icynewyear.com. T is the host of Incubator on Air, a new play podcast available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play. They can be found at T Huth Playwright on Twitter or thuth94 on Instagram. Faces is GM by me, Anthony Sheets. Carl is played by Simon Meskins. You can find him on Twitter as Jill Bareka. Faye is played by TP Huth. Ryder Typhon is played by Kaido Kane. Kaido is a Twitch personality and loves their 3 mischievous cats. You can find them at the Versian on Twitter, and as Kaido Kane on twitch.tv. Violet Starling is played by Zweifang. Our logo was designed by Beautiful Beasties. She can be found on Instagram at beastly.doodles or at patreon.com/beautifulbeasties. The music in this issue is Black Vortex by Kevin MacLeod. A link to his website and the license will be in the show notes. If you want to get a hold of us, email us at moonharborheroes@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at moonharborcast. We're also on Instagram at moonharborheroes. If you enjoyed this issue, please leave us a review on iTunes and tell a friend. Word of mouth and 5-star reviews are really the best way for us to keep bringing these stories to more people. And thanks for helping us save the world. We'll see you next issue.